Tara got on that glove, we just knew that that was unusual. She's missing the gloves in the yard. It's probably foul play.
Still with us, attorneys Molly Parmer and Matthew Fakhoury. Matthew, let me ask you, as a former prosecutor in Chicago for Cook County, the significance to the prosecution. How would you argue it's significant that a friend, Maria, told the GBI that she believed that yoga pants and balanced sneakers were missing from the home of Tara Grinstead?
Well, I think it's significant in the sense that that could have been the last thing she was wearing before this alleged crime occurred, before she went missing. So from an identity purpose, that it is significant. What's going on cross-examination is what they're doing is essentially basic cross-examination, was to show that there is discrepancies or problems with the police reports. I don't think anything here that went on cross-examination is mind-blowing. I think in every case, especially as you said, as a former prosecutor, no case is perfect, no police report is perfect, and there are often inconsistencies in police reports. Sometimes it's intentional, and sometimes it's just the way the case is, the circumstances of the case and the investigation. I think that's what's going on here. They're just simply, trying to throw things at the jury that say, hey, these are indications that this investigation was not done properly. They didn't follow up on leads like the gym shoes and like the jogging pants or the jogging shorts, that they didn't take into consideration what happened with the glove in its entirety and where the crime may have occurred or where the glove may have come from. So I think that the defense is poking, trying to poke holes into this prosecution. But as a former prosecutor, you know that there are going to be these little discrepancies in the case. And for the most part, they're easily explained away. And he's doing a great job, by the way, of letting the jury know that, hey, we considered this, but obviously there's inferences from this and inferences from that. So I don't think this is damaging them too much from a prosecutorial standpoint.
All right, so we know the glove was found on Monday. Her last known sighting was on Saturday night. But Molly, I want to ask you the same question, but a federal criminal defense attorney. What would you use to your advantage, if anything, with the fact that a friend believed that there were sneakers and yoga pants missing from the home of Tara Grinstead?
Well, it is true that defense lawyers, we are trying to poke holes. We're trying to do precisely what that defense lawyer is doing because the state has the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. But what I think is really compelling here, and why this may be more effective in a case like this, we have to remember it's a cold case. So if part of the theme for the defense is that this was a sloppy investigation, they don't have the right person because they didn't do what they were supposed to do back when this investigation started, that argument has a lot more teeth when you actually have 17 years that have elapsed from the alleged crime than it does in a case where you're bringing it to trial and it just happened last year and you quickly found your suspect. So I actually think that the sloppy investigation strategy here might be far more compelling than it would be otherwise.
All right, Matthew Fakhoury, thank you so much for joining us. Your first time here on Court TV. Greatly appreciate all your expert analysis. Molly Parmer in studio, always great to see you. Thank you for your expert analysis. Saying goodbye to both of you, because coming up next, we are going to have a special guest to talk to us, a Hollywood insider, about where does Amber's career go after this as we return to the Johnny Depp defamation case. We'll have that Hollywood insider up next.
Coverage today.